Welcome along then to another F1 Clash video, and again the topic of conversation this week continues to be the boosts and trying to make life a little bit easier for you. So if you didn't see them previously, on the Wednesday we released obviously a detail about how to get the most boosts, and we've also released a video on how to get the most coins recently as well. And today is all about giving you the best information for the boosts that you can use, and we've structured it, spent the time to make life so much easier for you. So we obviously know by now that boosts are essential in the game. In the early stages at least, they are very powerful, and our boosts should be decided based on the track stats that we've got. So as you can see in duels, there is different stats. So let's take you through the basics quickly first of all. For example, in Melbourne, we want a defending and power unit boost. We will then want a defending and cornering. We've then got defending and speed, and then defending and power unit. So you want to be looking for boosts which have them both on all the time. And as you move through the series, you've got different ones. You've got tyres, and then it will change to power unit, cornering, speed, and it changes all the way through. What you've got is you've got a car series, you've got a driver series. We move to speed for the car, overtaking for the driver, turning, cornering for the car, race start for the driver. So every series has a track stat featured and then a second track stat which changes. Now you'll always get one car component and one driver stat, as we know, but the crucial part is when you're going into one of these races, and you might not have as many boosts as me, don't get me wrong, but when you've got boosts and you've got them, you can obviously click the like button. You can go, right, I want to use that self-control. I'll click like and it will be in the top list that what I'm using. But sometimes you don't have that, and you might have a long list of boosts. You might have some boosts and you want to work out which one that you need to use. Well, we've made this really clear for you, and get ready because we've got around 8 images to come, and you can screenshot it. I'll put it in my Discord shortly soon as well, and they're going to be making amazing work for you. So first of all, we start off with cornering, and here we are. This is the cornering sheet. This is all the boosts that are currently in the game as well, and here we have featured what is the best for cornering. Now obviously we are looking at one track stat. There is many variables. You'll get cornering and race start, you'll get cornering and defending, cornering and overtaking, but this guide is here so you can pick it. So if we've got cornering, for example, defending, cornering and race start, they are what you're going to have to look at. So you're going to have to really watch out, but then you're also going to have to look at the opposite. If it's a cornering and overtaking track, you might want to look at the max on overtaking and find out where you can get that second part. So if it was cornering and overtaking, for example, I might want to use Cuppa because I've got cornering in here at 20 and I've got the overtaking at 10. We can see that on there quite clearly. But then we'll obviously use the other boost guides to be able to try and find somewhere where we can find a nice balance. So on here, we've got the plus 25, that is the max stat for cornering. We've got the plus 20s, the plus 15s, the plus 10s, all the way down to the plus 5 on the right-hand side. So altogether, when we clarify what we've got cornering, overtaking, race start, power unit, speed, pit time, defending, and tyres. So that there is your best boost for cornering, all the way down to the lowest level possible. So pretty handy detail. Now we're going to get into the next one, which is overtaking. So obviously you can see in here, we've got that overtaking, and you can see where we mentioned Cuppa before, but that's quite low at the bottom of this one. So we might want to just have a look to see what else was around here. Now usually Cuppa is pretty good anyway, but as you can see for overtaking, we have got plus 25 on Eternal Flame and Unstoppable. And then down into the 20s, Rooster's a very good boost. We've got Dragon. We've got one of the free boosts, Hex, giving 20 overtaking as well. All the way down to plus 15 and plus 10. On the right-hand side, we've got the plus 5, which features another free boost, which is the Warrior boost. So some good overtaking boost there. And look at the top, you've got Unstoppable with overtaking, speed and power unit. And you've got overtaking, tyres and speed as well. So some very good overtaking boosts available to you. Next up, we're going to walk you through the race start boosts that are in the game as well. So really one of the predominant features of the game where you know that you need to get a really good start off the line to make some positions. So in here, plus 25 race start, we've got Street Shark, we have got Herald, and we have got Schooner. Now we've also got some very, very good boosts in the plus 20, which is Nazar, Copper, Prince, and Rooster. And I would also say that the plus 15s are very good boosts as well, because they all feature some very powerful stats in the game. We've got race start, overtaking, and speed all at Firework. We've got race start, cornering, and pit time for Kawaii, and so on. There's some really good boosts in the race start feature, and it will help us at any track, even if you don't need the track stat, because race start is always crucial. In the free boosts on the right hand side, Ballast Boost is your free boost that features in here, and that provides you with 5 race start. So race start, one of the most crucial boosts we use from time to time. Now power unit is up next. So our biggest power unit boosts in the game are Samba, Taurus, and Butterfly. They are plus 25 each, and you've obviously got some under levels in there as well, with tyres in there for Butterfly, we've got speed in there for Taurus, and pit time in there for Samba. Moving down to the plus 20, we've got the likes of Jin, we've got Iron Force, which is really strong on defending with it. We've got Glitz from Vegas GP, and we've got the old faithful Deadfast in there as well. Now your free boost features on the right hand side of Self Control, and also in the plus 15 bracket, the free boost of Instinct is available to be used in the power unit section. So some good little ones there for power unit. And remember to match off your setup as well against these boosts, because you want them to match to get your most performance. Next up we have is speed. So the biggest speed boosts on the game are Eclipse, Skull, and Deadfast. Again, remember to balance it. If you need a speed and overtaking, great, Eclipse is great, but you might find that something that might give you 20 and 20, that's something that you've got to go and find out which way you want to go with it. It's still going to be your choice. We will do a future guide for which boost to use at which specific track stat and track, but for now, that is pretty good. We've got the Fireworks in there at plus 20, we've got Tulip, Rainbow, and Taurus. Hex features quite nicely on the speed at plus 15. That is one of your free boosts, and that is plus 15 for your speed. So some strong boosts in there for the speed section. And then we'll move on to pit time. So pit time, to get that good sharp Red Bull McLaren-esque pit times, we've got quite a lot of boosts that are good in the high levels. So plus 25 pit times on the likes of Tuning, Exception, Ode, and Lumberjack. So cornering features in there as well, speed, power unit, defending. So if you want a pit time, then it's not necessarily a track stat at this point. It could be at some point, but pit time is good to have, but you're looking at more that comes with it, the likes of the cornering. So you can see Tulip, for example, if you needed speed and defending, you could use Tulip, which will give you a 20 pit time as well as that. So that's why you can always weigh your options up. Now on the right hand side, a couple of free boosts in there at plus 5s, relatively low, but still usable. It is the Hex and the Ballast boost on the pit time. And then 2 more to go, we have defending. So one of these track stats that you don't probably see the biggest influence on, but defending up there is Gladiator. So great for defending and power unit circuits. Gladiator is. We've got Rainbow in there as well. Again, good for defending and speed. And then we've got also Voice in there, defending power unit, defending speed. Both very good boosts in this section. Down to the plus 20, you can see we've got Reindeer, we've got Palm, we've got Cranberry Iron Force, and we've got the free boost over on the right, which is the Warrior boost at plus 5 that you can use to help your defending. And then finally, we have the tyre management section. It is heavily, obviously, tyre management. We've got SAR in there at plus 25. That also comes with some cornering and defending. We've got Pretzel in there. We've got Frost in there as well. We've got Eagle at the plus 20 with Palm and Butterfly. And then Dragon is a very good boost at plus 15s. We've got 20 overtaking, 15 tyre, and 15 power unit. Alongside Nazar, one of the most underrated boosts in the game, with tyres, race start, and cornering all together. Now, Downforce is featured on there at plus 15. And on the right hand side, Self Control and Instinct all have an advantage for the tyre management side. So that is some beautiful, I mean, it took a while to do, so I appreciate if you can hit that like button. Let me know if this really helps you down below. But this is there to help you decide which boost you want to use for a specific track stat. Like I said before, we will go through next time or a future time which to exactly use at each track. But for now, they are your overall boosts and what is in each section. We'll run through these quickly again. We had the cornering slide. We had the overtaking track stat boosts. We've got the race start stat boosts. The power unit boosts. The speed boosts. The pit time boosts. The defending boosts. And the tyre management boosts. So, as we come out of that, let's remind you, because some of you will need reminding, some of you won't, of course. Up here, just in case you needed clarification on what boosts do. Boost enhance the stats of your drivers and your cars during a race. After qualifying and while selecting your tyres, you can equip the boost for each driver. It's possible to use the same boost for both drivers. Each boost indicates the amount by which it improves your stats, e.g. 10 defending obviously adds 10 defending onto your driver. During a pit stop, one additional boost is consumed. So when you start a race, you use one boost. When you pit, you use another boost. If you pit again, you use another boost. So every time you pit or you start a race, you use a boost. You can pin your favorite boost like we've told you. You just have to go in here, click that little love button, and you can get that pinned, and you'll see at the top is where them boosts feature. So hopefully that has helped you. Hopefully that might have clarified some of the boost information that you need. We do have a video out there on how to earn more boosts, but fingers crossed for now that will help you sort your boosts so that you can go into a race and you know exactly, if you have the boosts, which boost you will be using.